give you a little bit of background. I'm actually the one who, through my brother, launched Denver to our Rotary Club, who then brought it to Metro State and engaged you guys as the education partner. And it has become largely kind of a Metro State thing since then. I've got a brother who's a Rotarian in Raleigh, North Carolina, my brother Matt. And Matt, about 5 years ago in his club, was looking for something big to do. He had been the club president, then he had been the district governor, meaning he was responsible for about 50 or 60 Rotary clubs in central North Carolina. And when he finished that term, he was looking around for a big project to do, and his club was celebrating their 50th anniversary. So they came up with the idea that they would like to launch something for the local community in Raleigh, North Carolina. And my brother had heard about a program that had actually kind of fallen dormant in Detroit, which was originally called Launch Detroit. And my brother took that, ramped it up again in Raleigh, and then with the help of his son who builds websites, created this Launch My City program that, with the idea that it could be picked up and replicated in other cities with First Rotary clubs anyhow. So he came out 2 years ago to our Rotary Club. I introduced him to our club leaders. I was fairly new to the club at the time myself. And he pitched this idea that Denver would try a Launch Denver program. And he said who all the various players were going to be. Usually it starts with a Rotary Club who initiates the idea. They look around the community, they find an education partner, they find a community development partner, somebody's going to introduce them to viable members of the community who would be good participants in the program. And the idea was to create a program to foster entrepreneurialism.
My name is Amar Alima, and I'm majoring in international business with entrepreneurship core. I speak 5 languages: Japanese, Polish, Russian, Mongolian, and English. Yes, so I was always an entrepreneur since I was like 15 years old. First time when I learned that I can combine my linguistic skills and export, import. Then I was like 15 years old. I was importing women's stocking from Poland, and I was selling it in Ukraine. And also I imported used cars from Japan to Mongolia. And I also did residential real estate in Japan and Mongolia while I was working and studying in Japan. So now I would love to challenge myself in international business and connect the resources and languages to help the international business. That's why I'm working on my degree right now. And I opened international business consulting company while I'm being in Metro.
I'm Tamala Bauer. I have spent, 28, 29 years in the automotive industry, 25 of those at the executive level. Most recently here in Denver, you would know Groove. I was a chief marketing officer, was there for 9 years. And I now own Groove Automotive, Groove Toyota, Subaru, Ford, Mazda. I now own my own consultancy firm. And I specialize in growth strategy, both inside of automotive, restaurants. I have a SaaS-based client. We really look at growth opportunities, both through operations, marketing, and customer experience. Those all ladder up to metrics. So what we measure gets done, and so we make sure that we've got a clear, defined KPI as we go through this process. I also work in private equity, helping early stage ventures to for capitalization, and also serve as an advisor into those or on the boards of those as well.
Launch Denver program is really helpful, and Dr. David Hoffman and Dr. Becky Prater, they're such a great team, and they invite all kinds of professors from Metro to teach, for example, marketing, or in another day they will teach branding, and some other professor from Metro comes to our group to teach it. So it teaches every necessary skills to entrepreneurs. And there is a Rotary Club Denver members who bring a real life experience, like bring all the mentors, powerful mentors to the class, to Launch Denver class. So everybody gets to learn new skills, work on parts that they need to brush up, and plus they get such a good advice from all these mentors. Yes, and I would like to say thank you for Don Kane, because he did such a great matchmaking job that he assigned me to Tamila. And I would love to say, Tamila, thank you too, because she's such a beautiful, powerful woman. And she just sees my future the way I cannot see it. So she knows what I'm trying to say even before I say it. So she's just amazing. Yes. And I never had mentor in my life, but now I know that everybody should have one mentor if they want to succeed in their professional lives.
You know, I think it's the collectiveness that comes together. You know, you have all of the students that are in the entrepreneurship program, different backgrounds, different, you know, vision of what businesses they're going to put together. We actually, as mentors, got to go and see their pitch and see their business. It wasn't so much a pitch, I shouldn't say that, but it was their business plan that they had been working on in school. So we got to sit and listen to all of that. And I think your question, again, just to restate that, was, you know, what are some of the skills that you need to bring to the table? And, you know, through Launch Denver, they looked at their mentors, the depth of skills. So my background is in marketing and operations, you know, and, you know, that's where Amar was looking at, she's brand. She was looking at, how do I brand both herself as well as take that into her business? So we got to go through all the different tentacles of her business plan and look at how that she brings that to life based on who she is in the center of all of that. And so from a skill base, it's bringing just the depth of knowledge properly paired with the right student. And then if we do have a gap, I mean, we all have a gap. In this case, like Amar, she's deep in her ability for languages and speaking 5 different languages. Sometimes I was wondering who is mentoring who here. she's so strong and so profuse in her ability just to switch gears. And I always asked her, I mean, how do you do that? You know, it's like taking something off the shelf and being able to compartmentalize that. So I have connections that was in a company that does translations and creates, even from a marketing standpoint. I used to have to do creative in different languages. And so I have contacts in there that where I have a gap, but there's a contact that I can set her up with that's going to bring that knowledge to the table.